Grew up in a small town. You trust everything you hear, and your word is all you have. And your word is your bond. There's a humility part of Fairway that's very important. And I personally think that's an upbringing from a small town. Nobody has any money in small towns. Nobody cared. But as long as you treated people good, that was all that mattered. 25 plus years later, Fairway, that's what we look for. High school picture, I know, it's hard to imagine. I get that. High school athlete.
Hardyville is a town only about 25 miles north of Madison. Jacobson hits again. Boy, I'll tell you, that guy is so impressive, so impressive.
I played basketball in college at the University of Wisconsin. It's an embarrassing part of my life. I mean, you can Google it, 13 points my whole college basketball career. I played for a college coach, and I just watched how people were treated and how talent was treated and how it didn't perform if it wasn't encouraged. You know, if you believe in your teammates, they can do amazing things. If you pound on your teammates and beat them up, you can take talent and squash it. And hopefully some of the attributes of Fairway are taken positive from that experience in college. Couldn't wait to get out of Wisconsin after college. It's like, what am I gonna do? A friend of mine was in the mortgage business, and long story short, I was at a place 12 and a half years, and some stuff changed, so I left and went to another place for a brief minute, and everything I was told wasn't true. So the backdrop of Fairway is, let's start something that people can trust what they hear and have that word, because at the end of the day, what do you have other than your word? This is my really good buddy in high school, Randy Cross. He's the one that named the company. Incorporated the company in 1996 in Texas. Found out my dad was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver. This is me with my dad right there. He was my unconditional person that is on your side no matter what. And the reason we're in Wisconsin, it all goes back to my dad. I would never have started Fairway, never, if I thought I was coming back to Wisconsin. He had an operation Christmas Day '96 for a liver transplant that he never really recovered from. He never made it home. 26 months later, he died at age 60. And during those 26 months, I never talked to him again. It's called the locked-in syndrome, where you know what's going on, but you can't move anything. But he couldn't control bowel movements. He had a trach. He had a feeding tube. He died a horrific death. That was my number one fan. And when you lose that person in your life, it changes everything. The drinking stopped because of my dad. If I do nothing else in my life but break the alcoholism deal, at least it stopped this generation. I wanted to break the pattern for my family. We've structured Fairway to serve the street by making sure all systems, all disciplines are based on speed. Departments, service and closing, construction, everything is built on a speed to respond discipline, and it takes buy-in from everyone. It's not negotiable. And in the Instagram reel world that we're in, where people swipe, 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 consumers expect instant everything these days. Personally think any industry, doesn't matter what it is, that speed is the price of admission if you're going to be in a business. Fairway's culture is centered on the idea that it's a day-to-day deal. I mean, what we did yesterday means nothing. So if you don't work on your culture, if you don't lean into helping and serving every day and making sure that you don't take it for granted, the culture can change in a second the other way. Fairway has a set of core values, first one being humility. And in this business, you have to be confident to do it well, but you don't have to be arrogant, and there's a difference. It manifests itself by how you treat people. We want to be known as the most giving company in the industry. That's what it's all about. It's one thing to treat the client, but it's also how do you treat your underwriters, how do you treat your closers, how do you treat your ops people? Do people want to work for you? Are you kind to them when things aren't going well? How do you react when it doesn't go the way you want it? And you just sit back and watch how people are, and people will always show you how they are if you sit and watch. Mortgages are what we do, but it's not who we are. Who we are is a reflection of how much and how often we help and serve, which hopefully is a day-to-day discipline. It's really about what you give, not what you receive. So the nonprofits, we have 3 of them, and there's one focused on veterans and service dogs specifically.
Today we are going to totally fund the training of Jess's dog. Yay!
One is focused on helping people that are going through a tough time. And another one's just internal for Fairway, people that are going through a tough time on their daily journey of life. And so at the end of our lives, it's really going to be about who we've helped and served, and the best way to do that from our end is leaning in and giving, and that's what we do with those 3 nonprofits. At Fairway, we have many opportunities for coaching and improvement. We started our own coaching company over 10 years ago, and it's like anything, you want to find out how good we could have been at something. So the question is, what if? Having been raised as an athlete, coaches make you do things you don't want to do, and then you do them, you say, well, thanks for pushing me or challenging me to get better. And that's really what coaching is.
How about tomorrow at 3:45 p.m.? Does that work for you?
At Fairway, we're working to become leaders in technology. AI has taken on and changed our whole worlds. What we're doing up front with underwriting with Candor, and what we're doing with AI as far as Brianna. As we look to the future, we adapt by speed, being a consistent discipline, and also just being curious. And we always got to be looking and learning and staying curious as what's available to make the situation for the consumer as seamless and as easy as possible. You got to get the loans. Is there any question on that? Hopefully, any place you go, the CEO in today's world, he or she has originated. It doesn't matter what your manager says, just get up and then talk to your manager. Because I don't know how you do this if you were working at a place where the person running the deal had not originated. This industry is too fast, too quick, too much going on, too much expectation from the consumer. Any mortgagee has to lean all the way in. The experience of Fairway, it's been a blessing. I mean, to think that we are still here after 30 years, watching people hopefully live their best lives business-wise and challenging them to be as good as they can be and watching people grow. It's really been, for me, more about watching everybody else and seeing some of their dreams come true.